I was raised to appreciate and respect. I think that's very important because if we don't respect our surroundings, let's do something about solving plastic pollution. Can't solve all of it, but can try to focus on one particular thing. Juggling multiple things because, as an ESG advisor and as someone who believes in climate, environment,
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Business Narrative. Today we have a tech visionary entrepreneur. She has been working on climate change from last many years, and now she is the CEO of Sonali Bioplastics. Why she's working on environment to make environment better for our future generation. What is the main reason behind it? We will be going to discuss all the aspects with Mariam Ispahani. Mariam, thank you so much for your precious time.
thank you very much for inviting me. I appreciate it. Look forward to speaking and interacting.
Mariam, what ignited you as an entrepreneur? Like, what was the driving force that you want to work for environment, sustainable environment? Because everybody who want to be an entrepreneur in this particular era, his main motive is to scale up his business. So, but we see you. You also like want to scale up your business, but on the first side, you're working for humanity. Why?
I was raised that way. I was raised to always care about nature. My mother was very good at gardening and she loved plants. And so I was raised to appreciate and respect. I think that's very important because if we don't respect our surroundings, then what type of an environment are we living in? So that was, something which was always there from childhood. And then as I grew older, I noticed that we are having a lot of issues around this, which actually wasn't my profession. I came from a different background. I was in semiconductors in Silicon Valley. Then I jumped into climate and initially with solar energy, and then after that with plastic pollution. So it's a passionate thing. You have to be passionate about what you're doing in order to try to do the best that you can and make a difference.
Mariam, how you guys actively combating this significant issue of plastic pollution? Because plastic can be used, right? It can be reused. But on the other side, we see you that you are totally against this. It is a reality or not?
First, I want to emphasize one very important point, and that is that all plastic is not bad. We do need plastic. Okay, we do. We need it, especially in the medical industry. We need it in our everyday lives in many different capacities. It can be life changing. It can be life, saving. But the issue that we've run into has been that we have gotten so used to plastic, and with the big corporations providing us with that, we have not looked at alternatives to plastic, and especially single use plastic. This is the biggest problem. Your one time cups in which you have a cup of tea, or you have the shopping bag, that you use once, that's it, or straws, when you go to have a drink somewhere, things like this. These are all single use plastic. And we have a huge problem with that because that is piling up, and waste management has become an issue as there's so much single use plastic waste. So, when I decided that, like, okay, let's do something about solving plastic pollution, can't solve all of it, but can try to focus on one particular thing. And there are different companies doing different things. And, I say I'm really glad about that because the more, are active in trying to do something about petroleum-based plastic, the better. So when I created Shonali, got a team of scientists, put together this team, said, why don't we create alternatives to petroleum-based plastic? So people say that, you don't want us to use plastic, so then what should we use? And so if we can give them alternatives that are compostable, that are biodegradable, better for the environment, from nature and return to nature, that's the best option. So at Sonali, we decided to focus on two types of main products. One is for rigid packaging industry, and the other is for the flexible packaging industry. And we started working on creating products for that. And we did a bunch of pilot projects with companies in Europe. And we are just, working in that direction. And it's a long story, but this is how it started. And we are doing the best we can now to sustain ourselves.
Mariam, do let me know, like you are working on a climate change and you're running a huge amount of businesses, right? But for the motivation for those entrepreneurs who are working, they're newly, they are just launched their startup, right? So, like how you guys are managing your finances, like it is very difficult when you're working for noble causes. It is very difficult in the start to manage your finances. So, like, I want to know the financial structure of your company.
Well, I have been in a bunch of startups, and this is the first time ever that we need a lot of money up front. Reason being, machinery is expensive. And so we've been struggling with that. We've done pilot projects, and our customers have been very happy. They love what we've made. And we have lots of orders, lots of sales requests for our products, but we're not being able to deliver. Reason being, again, you have to have a large amount of money in order to put the machinery in place. Otherwise, we have to go to third parties. We have to use third parties' equipment, machinery, means sharing our formula with them, things like that. So right now, all the money that has been put into the company has been from my own funds, from money that I made from previous startups, as well as money from my co-founder. And so whatever we could, our savings, our family inheritance, our, whatever money we made even in other places, we put into Sonali Bioplastics. And so it's been very challenging because we would like to scale. As you said, I mean, this has to be a sustainable model. So in order to make it sustainable, in order to scale and commercialize our products, we are now looking at either reviewing some potential grants out there that we have been told that we qualify for, as well as connecting with other similar startups, so that we can both put our products together, heads together, teams, and move forward. So juggling multiple things, because as an ESG advisor and as someone who believes in climate, environment, sustainability for our planet, you have to do whatever you can to get things going. And I'm a very action oriented person.
I'm glad to know that this is your strategy. Now you're handling all the financials by yourself in the start. Do let me know, like which countries you are targeting currently, and in this particular time frame, you think that you will achieve your results, your targeted results. So can you elaborate your strategy and why you are targeting those countries?
Due to the policies in the European countries, the EU has implemented quite a lot of policies regarding plastic pollution, the way that you can and cannot use single-use plastic, what kind of plant-based alternatives are acceptable, the rules about compostability, things like that. So because of that, and because of having connections in Europe, we went for European customers. And so we've been working with them. But at the same time, we have a lot of requests from Asia, in particular from South Asia. We also have a few potential customers from African nations, from Ghana all the way to South Africa. We have not started working with them yet. We're still working on the European market, but I would love to work in the American market, because this is, where I'm based, and so it makes sense. We do have a lot of laws that still need to be implemented over here for us and our work to be taken seriously. So we'll see what happens. But we're targeting customers, primarily plastic manufacturers who want to turn green, who want to have green solutions, green offerings. So if they are using petroleum-based plastic and they want to get away from that to get to something that is natural, that is plant-based, we want to work with them.
That is pretty impressive. So now you are targeting these areas. Do let me know like how you are engaging youth with you, because whenever we are trying to change something, we need the support of youth. So how you guys are engaging youth with your company, and what sort of activities you are organizing internationally or nationally to make a climate change?
Yes, I think the youth are very important, and this is their future. And I work with a lot of different youth groups in schools and universities. And every time, we have some kind of an event, or if I speak with them one on one, they are very passionate about what's going to happen to them and their lives when they are my age and when they are their parents and their grandparents' age. And look at the legacy that we're leaving behind, where we're leaving behind a planet with a lot of problems. And this didn't happen in my generation. This has been happening over the past few decades. And somehow we went totally focused on, just making money and creating corporations. And we worried less about the environment. We worried less about consequences down the road. And so as a result, this is where we are. So definitely, our last few generations did not pay attention. So I feel that the future are the youth. And so the youth, I work with them. We do like plastic pollution campaigns, creating awareness, trying to get them to see, why is this different? How does this help? And so then they can also change their behavior. So for example, when they are on the plastic pollution campaign, and they are told to pick up all these one-time cups and plastic bags and straws and other little plastic items, bottles and caps that are left behind on the roadside or in the parks, on the benches, where have you. Uh, when they pick up this trash, and when they realize, then, oh, look at this, this shouldn't be here. This didn't need to be here. Just literally a few feet away, there is a trash bin, and they could have used that, but they didn't, you know. So they realize this, and then next time round, they change their behavior. And then they tell their friends, they tell their family, they tell their community, and that's what we're trying to do. So they are voicing their opinions. They are fighting. They're trying to get a seat at the table at the United Nations, and the various committees. They are the ones going to the COP, and they're going to the UN meetings, and they want to be heard, because they are like, hey, you guys will be gone, but what's going to happen to us and our lives down the road? Because um for example, the areas that are being impacted by sea level rise, many of their homes, their cities, their villages are going to be wiped out. And they're very concerned about that. So working with the youth is helpful, because they are passionate, they are dedicated, they are making the changes and pushing for change. Unlike, sorry to say, but those who are, say in their 70s and not really bothered. And they are the ones making the rules.
So you are a visionary entrepreneur and you have been learning AI and many other technologies. So what is your future plans? How you will going to control global warming and climate change with the help of technology? Is it possible, and what is your future with Sonali Bioplastics?
Again, back to the youth. So I enjoy working with the youth, and one thing I learned from them is about using more modern technology. And the type of technology I'm talking about, and what we want to work on more and implement into our climate solutions in some way or the other, is artificial intelligence. Whether it's artificial or whether it's intelligence, all that is debatable. But that type of technology, AI, we absolutely need to get on board, because as a business, as a company, and in manufacturing, there are so many ways in which we can use AI. So I'm already talking to a lot of people to see how we can do that. I myself got so motivated that just this year I completed 2 certifications in artificial intelligence, and I'm trying to move forward in that direction to complete some more certifications and talk to people about it to see, how we can implement this in our work as it relates to climate and environment. It's a little challenging also because when you talk about AI, you're talking about a lot of data centers and servers and energy, and then how to keep that green. And so I even took a certification in green digital to try to understand how to keep it green despite it being digital. So technology is something that has always fascinated me, and I've been on that track. Now it is a question of implementing it with climate.
So now this is a time in which I will going to detrack you a little bit, and now this is a time of a rapid fire round, and now I will going to ask you some rapid fire questions, and you have to answer them very quickly. Tea or coffee?
Ooh, tough one. Tea.
Mariam, any secret talent that nobody knows about yourself?
Oh, gee, I don't know. I like to sing.
So it means you are a good singer. Can you sing few lines for us?
Next time.
Okay. No, whenever next time maybe.
That'll be a whole
Okay.
podcast.
Any application that is improving your productivity on daily basis?
Yes, absolutely. To be organized is very important. And so, like I said, I'm learning about AI and talking to youth who are helping us with AI. And we're already implementing those changes, starting with the basic stuff like marketing and things.
Okay. Now tell me, are you politically correct every time?
No, absolutely not. No, I like to learn. I like to listen. I'm fine with, apologizing if I made a mistake.
Lastly, do rate your driving skills out of 10.
Absolutely, 10 out of 10. No tickets, no parking violations, no driving violations. I'm a careful driver.
So this is the end of a rapid fire round, and now we have a lot of things to discuss, Mariam. But before leaving, any message, any advice you want to give to those entrepreneurs who are juggling around? They have been continuously trying, but their businesses are not growing, not scaling up. They are facing failures. So one message you want to give to all of them?
Yeah, no, don't feel alone, because the best thing is to network with other people who have similar mindsets. So that's important, to network with people, to find people who think like you. Don't be worried about competition, because competition is healthy, but if you can learn from others and you can contribute, that's the best thing. So always reach out.
Thank you so much, Mariam, for your precious time. And I hope you guys going to love the podcast. Take the first step and try to build something. And after that, you will going to get success. If you are thinking in a empty room, doing nothing, then you cannot do anything. So keep daring, keep achieving, and keep listening the business narrative. We will be going to meet you in the next podcast. Till then, take care. Bye bye.